How's it going, everyone? This is Nathan Fowler, Marketing Coordinator for CVEC Fiber and Canadian Valley Electric Cooperative. I just wanted to reach out today and help answer that question of when will you be at my location? Now, if you've noticed, I haven't been able to give an exact date for any location because just the very nature of what this project looks like. And we're going to talk about that more today on what a fiber to the premises build out looks like. So let's go ahead and dive right in, shall we? So there's going to be 7 stages that we offer on any part of this build. And the first stage is going to be our make-ready engineering. Now, this is the planning phase. This is when we have our survey crews and contractors coming out, looking at the poles, making sure there's going to be enough space between where we need to hang the fiber lines and where the power lines go. So if they're not tall enough, we mark those areas that we need to replace those poles. Also in this process, we're going to be looking at, do we need some right-of-way work done, like as far as tree coverage? Do we have to do a little bit of trimming going on in these little areas? We also look at, is the pole reaching the end of its natural lifespan, and will it need to be replaced? So all of these things we take into account for this make-ready engineering part. The next stage after this, and this stage takes 2 to 4 weeks. The following stage is we get to our make-ready construction. Now, this phase runs about 4 to 12 weeks, and this is where we start taking those designs and plans and what our survey crews found in the first stage and start replacing those poles that need to be replaced and getting these things all ready to go, getting those trees trimmed, getting all of this stuff just prepared for hanging that fiber, which leads me to fiber construction. Now, this is a 4 to 8 week process, and this is when you're going to start seeing steel cables being hung that are going to pull the fiber line and hang off of that. It's going to be the supporting structure on those power poles. And again, this takes about 4 to 8 weeks. Now, the next part is where we splice. Now, this is where we're connecting all those fiber lines that we hung in the previous process together to where they're one long line leading out to the internet at whole. Now, during this phase, it's very, very technical, and it's almost an art form how these guys have to splice these fiber lines together. Very, very tiny, very, very small lines that go together. Now, stage 5 is when we start doing our service drop construction. This is where we are building out the fiber lines from the main line to your premises. This is when things are getting excited. This is when you really want to watch that connected community email, because we're going to be sending out, when we're in your neighborhood, about a month out for you to schedule your installation. So this is a very, very exciting time. This is when you're getting ready to be lit up and have fiber offered at your premises. With that part, once we have that kind of construction to your premises, we have to do the splice on the drop as well. This is where we splice that line that's going to be running to your premises to the main line and connect you to that network at large. And the final step, the most exciting step, is when we have the installation. This is when our installers come into your home, set up the actual service equipment, and get you connected to CVEC Fiber's high-speed fiber optic internet. So I hope this has been a really informative video for you, and I want to keep this series rolling about once a week. So like and share the video, like and follow us at CVEC Fiber on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, and drop us a question in the comments. If you're looking at it on the website, there's going to be a little survey. Ask the question that you want answered next week. And I kind of want to keep this dialogue rolling, and because we're not a faceless corporation, we are your neighbors, we're your fellow members, and you're our stakeholders and stockholders. We are member owned, and our motto is improve life and serve community, and we are members of that same community that we are serving. So let's create this dialogue, and I hope you find a lot of value in this. Again, this is Nathan Fowler, Marketing Coordinator for CVEC Fiber and Canadian Valley Electric. Thank you, guys.